On 8th March, there were a lot of discussions in my office at the tea table regarding the reasons to celebrate Women's Day. A reason to have a special day dedicated to women when we women are enjoying the same privileges as men in the workplace. And we are not even minority in terms of number. The list of topics were endless, but I chose to address one of them in the meeting here. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So the point I'm going to address is, women keep on talking about the glass ceilings they face in the workplace. The glass ceilings which leads to very few women in senior positions, very few women senior leaders to look up to. Are these glass ceilings for real? Or women are just being unreasonable in demanding reservations in terms of celebrating Women's Day, in terms of diversity hiring, in terms of women leadership program trainings. So now I quote an example from the same book as Jayanti ma'am is using, from the book Lead-In by Sheryl Sandberg. In 2003, Columbia Business University professor Frank Klein and New York University professor Cameron Anderson ran an experiment to test the perception of men and women in the workplace. They started with a Harvard business case study about a real-life entrepreneur called Heidi Rosen, a female. The case study talked about how Heidi became a successful venture capitalist by using her outgoing personality and her vast personal and professional network, which included the topmost business leaders of the industry. Now, they assigned the case study to half of the class, and they assigned the same case study to the second half, in which they changed just one thing in that case study. They changed the name from Heidi to Howard. Howard is a male name. Then, Klein and Anderson polled the students to give their impression about Heidi and Howard. All the students rated Heidi and Howard equal in their competencies, which is expected because they were exactly identical in their accomplishments. Yet, all the students, while respected Heidi and Howard equally, Howard came along as a very appealing colleague, while Heidi often came along as a selfish person, not a type of person people would like to work for or even hire. The same set of data with a single difference, gender, created vast difference of impressions. This experiment supports a research which has clearly already shown one thing: success and likability are positively correlated for men and negatively correlated for women. Which means when a man is successful, he is liked by both the gender more. When a woman is successful, she is liked less by both men and women. This truth is both shocking and unsurprising. Shocking because none of us would ever admit to have a stereotype based on gender. And unsurprising because we all clearly do. Most of us, including me, really want to be liked. Not just because it feels good. Being liked is a very important factor in both personal and professional success. We judge a person by their ability to do a work as well as how well they can go along with the environment. And this is exactly when we women pressurize ourselves to mute about our achievements, to lessen our accomplishment just to get the likability factor right. Real progress can only come when powerful women are less of exceptions. It's very easy to dislike senior women because they are so few in number. If 50% of the top jobs are taken by women, it's practically impossible to dislike so many people. And this is exactly when we will shatter the glass ceiling. The real glass ceiling is the stereotype we have in our minds regarding men and women in a workplace. As men, we should acknowledge and admit the fact that knowingly or unknowingly, we stereotype on the basis of gender in a workplace. If we want a world with greater equality, we need to admit that women are less likely to keep their hands up, to speak, to be more vocal about their needs. And hence, we need institutions and individuals to nurture and correct this behavior by promoting, encouraging, and championing more women. And this is exactly the reason, my friends, just one of the reasons out of many, to have a reservation in the terms of diversity, in the terms of celebrating Women's Day, and in the terms of having senior women leadership programs. And for women, we must learn how to speak up, how to not let ourselves keep down about thinking how people will perceive us. Because if we do, the best of seniors, the best of managers, and the best of mentors, people with the best intentions will forget to notice it, might not just miss out on noticing it. To conclude, I will say, there will definitely come a day when we have just leaders and not female leaders. We just have bosses and not female bosses. We celebrate equality and humanity over a special day for women. But till that time comes, happy International Women's Day, and let's press for progress.
When I asked Riddhi what is it that she needs to change, she says, I have a self-doubt. Do you believe that? I don't believe. An awesome speaker, a fire here I could see. I have to put out the fire on the women, right? Men are also here. Who are I love them to breathe in. She was talking about men and women, how they react in contributing to the success. A lot of humor that Cheryl had brought in here. You know, I've used this book for PT speech. I told you the secret why I want PT, isn't it? This book helped me a lot. She takes beautifully how for the same situation, what is the reaction of a man and what is the reaction of a woman. You could see that. I'm not going to tell this, you're going to read that. I'll just tell you one thing. Ask a man to explain his success and he will typically credit his own innate qualities. Yeah, I'm made like that. Ask a woman the same question, she will attribute all to the external person. Yeah, he only helped me, thank you so much. Yeah, I was very lucky. You know why? This is how we are made. Maybe the maker's wrong, I don't know. The next speaker here is going to give CC3.